Here, the largest as well as strongest bone of the body. Are you clear, all of you? Are you getting what I'm talking? Are you understanding what I'm talking? Yes, you can see it. This is called as femur. The femur identifies the largest as well as strongest bone of the body. Understand? The length of the femur is 45 centimeter. The length of the femur is 45 centimeter. Understand? Are you clear? Are you clear? Same like 45 centimeter length in some of the organs present in our body. Especially what are the organs mainly contains 45 centimeter length? Anyone? One is the femur. Other than the femur, what is the 45 centimeter length in our body?
Thoracic duct.
Yes, thoracic duct also 45 centimeter. Other than that,
The vast difference.
vas difference also 45 centimeter. Other than that,
Umbilical cord.
yes, umbilical cord also 45 centimeter. 45 centimeter. Other than that, yes, spinal cord. Yes, spinal cord in case of adult 43 centimeter. But in case of understand, that is called as 45 centimeter length. For example, femur. After that, in case of males, vast difference. After that, it means after that you can see thoracic duct. Understand? Those are called as 45 centimeter length. After that, you can see it. A femur is, I told you, femur is the largest as well as strongest bone of the body. It's present in the thigh. It's present in the thigh. Understand? In the Latin word, femur means like a thigh. Latin word, femur means thigh. The bone of the thigh. Around 18 inches or 45 centimeter length. 18 inches and 45 centimeter length. About quarter of the height of the individual. Difference in case of height of the individual persons. I told you, it has upper end articulates with the hip bone to form the hip joint. Upper end of the femur articulates with the hip bone to form the hip joint. The lower end articulates with the patella as well as tibia to form the knee joint. To form the knee joint. The femur is conduct the transfer from the body weight from the hip bone to the tibia in the standing position. The only bone transfer of weight from the hip bone to the tibia in case of standing position. That is called as introduction to the femur. The femur is the largest as well as strongest bone of the body. Understand? The length is 45 centimeter, 18 inches. About quarter in the height individually. Upper end articulates with the hip bone to form the hip joint. The lower end articulates with the patella and tibia to form the knee joint. The femur transfer body weight from the hip bone to the tibia. The standing position. That is called as introduction to the femur. This much is clear, all of you? This much is clear? Yes. Next coming to the seer. This is called as femur. Understand? This is called as your upper end. This is called as lower end. The upper end articulates with the hip bone, especially acetabulum, to form the hip joint. The lower end articulates with the tibia as well as patella to form the knee joint. The length is 45 centimeter. The length is 45 centimeter. After that, next one. I told you already, femur is the longest as well as strongest bone of the body. Understand? In the transfer of is from the transfer of height from the hip bone to the tibia in case of standing position. What is the functions of the femur? What is the functions of the femur? It supports most weight of the any other bone of the body. It supports of the most weight. Understand? It helps in the movement of the legs. It helps in the mainly movements of the leg, especially hip joint as well as knee joint. That is called as functions of the femur. The functions of the femur. It supports most weight of any other bone. It helps in the movements of the legs. Movements of the leg. These are called as functions of the femur. Functions of the femur. Are you clear this much? Are you understanding what I am talking? Yes, here. The femur is the, I told you already, the longest as well as strongest bone of the body. Transfer of the weight from the hip bone to the tibia in case of standing position. Understand? It helps in the movements of the legs, especially knee joint as well as hip joint. Next one, side determination. Side determination of the femur. Understand? Upper end is bears rounded head. Upper end is rounded. Upper end is bears up like a rounded head. Here it says the lower end is expanded. The lower end is expanded from the two condyles. Two large condyles are present. First point is upper end contains head, rounded appearance directed medially. Lower end is expanded end. It contains two large condyles. These condyles are in like a same horizontal plane. Same horizontal plane. Understand? The soft cylindrical, soft convex forwards. The convexity present in the anterior aspect. That is called as side determination of the femur. First point is the upper end appear like a rounded head. Understand? Lower end is contains two large condyles. These two large condyles are in like a same horizontal plane. Head directed upwards and medially. Head is directed upwards and medially. After that, cylindrical shaft, the convex of the shaft present in the anterior aspect. That is called as side determination of the femur. Side determination of the femur. Are you clear? Are you understanding what I am talking? No response?
Yes, sir.
Yes, mainly 3 points you can remember. First one is upper end is appear like a rounded head is present. The lower end contains two large condyles. Understand? These two condyles appear like a same horizontal plane. After that, head is directed upwards and medially. Understand? After that, long cylindrical shaft. The convex of the shaft present in the anterior aspect. That is called as side determination of the femur. Side determination of the femur. Next one. Next one. Parts of the femur. Parts of the femur. It is the long bone. It is the long bone. Understand? Femur is the what type of bone? Long bone. It contains above downwards mainly three parts. Upper end, shaft and lower end. It contains three parts. Upper end, shaft and lower end. Understand? We can see picture. This is called as long bone femur. It contains upper end, lower end and shaft. See here, upper end, shaft and lower end. They are called as parts of the femur. Parts of the femur is the long bone. It contains upper end, lower end. Between the two you can see the shaft. They are called as parts of the femur. Upper end, lower end and shaft. Upper end, lower end and shaft. Are you clear? These are called as parts of the femur. Are you clear? Are you understand what I am talking? What are the parts of the femur? Upper end, lower end and shaft. Understand? Now we will discuss about one by one. Now we will discuss about one by one. See here, the upper end. See, this is called as your upper end. This is called as lower end and shaft. What are the parts of the upper end? What are the parts of the upper end? You can see head, neck, two elevations. Those are called as greater trochanter and lesser trochanter. Greater trochanter and lesser trochanter. These are called as parts of the upper end. Parts of the upper end. Are you clear what I am talking? The parts of the upper end mainly contains head, neck, two elevations. Those are called as greater trochanter and lesser trochanter. You can see picture. Head, neck, greater trochanter and lesser trochanter. Head, neck, greater trochanter and lesser trochanter. Are you clear? These are called as parts of the upper end. Parts of the upper end. Are you clear all of you? Parts of the upper end. Are you clear? Head, neck, two elevations. Those are called as greater trochanter, lesser trochanter. Understand? You can see picture. They are called as your Head means upper end of the femur. Male you can say head, neck, greater trochanter, lesser trochanter. Understand? Are you clear? No response?
Yes, sir.
Yes. We'll discuss about parts of the upper end. First one, head you can see here. The head is, this is called head. Like spherical in appearance. Spherical, directed upwards and medially. Directed upwards and medially. Upwards and medially. Understand? It is covering to the articular cartilage. It is covering to the articular cartilage. Articulates with the acetabulum of the hip bone. The acetabulum of the hip bone to form the hip joint. To form the hip joint. Are you clear? The head is spherical in nature. It covering to the hyaline cartilage. That means articular cartilage. It articulates with the acetabulum of the hip bone to form the hip joint. To form the hip joint. Understand? In the middle of the head. In the middle of the head, we can see one small pit appearance. Small pit or depression that is called as fovea. F-O-V-E-A. Fovea. In the middle of the head, small pit-like or depression we call it as fovea. Fovea. Understand? This fovea attached to the one ligament that is called as ligamentum teres femoris. Remember? Ligamentum teres femoris. Are you getting what I am talking? No. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
See, head is there, right? This is the head, right? In the middle of the head, we can see the middle of the head. There you can see one small depression. When you coming to here, you will see that depression that is called as fovea. This is attached to the one ligament that is called as ligamentum teres femoris. Ligamentum teres femoris. That is called as attachments of the head of the femur. Head of the femur. Yes or no? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is the importance of ligamentum teres femoris? The transfer of your vessels of the neck, vessels of the head is supplied by this vessels. It passes through this ligament. It is supplied to the head of the femur. That is called as head. Simple. The head is rounded or spherical appearance. What is direction? Upwards and medially. It is covering to the cartilage, articular cartilage. This is articulates with the acetabulum of the hip bone to form the hip joint. Understand? The middle of the head, there you can see one small depression that is called as fovea. This is attached to the one ligament that is called as ligamentum teres femoris. Ligamentum teres femoris. Clear? One more ligament is the ligamentum teres that present in the liver. Remember, this is called as ligamentum teres femoris. In case of liver, you can say the ligamentum teres. Are you clear? This is called as ligamentum teres femoris. That is called head of the femur. Next, coming to the neck. This is called as your neck. Neck. Understand? Neck you can see directed upwards. Understand? And medially, connection between the head to the shaft. Head to the shaft. Understand? The length of the head is 5 centimeter. The head of the neck of the femur is 5 centimeter. To form the angle that is called as sharp neck angle. This is called as angle of the sharp neck angle. That is called as your neck. Neck is 5 centimeter long. It lies between the head and shaft. Understand? It has what are the external features of neck? You can see it has upper border, lower border, anterior surface, and back side you can see the posterior surface. Remember, external features of the neck, it has upper border, lower border, anterior surface, and posterior surface. See here, this is called as especially posterior surface. Understand? This is the upper border, lower border, this is called as posterior surface, and at that side you can see the anterior surface. See here, between the shaft as well as your neck, you can see this is the posteriorly and one more present anteriorly. Posteriorly, what you can see, intertrochanteric, see here, intertrochanteric crust. See here, between the two, you can see here. This is called as greater trochanter. This is called as lesser trochanter. Between you can see one like ridge that is called as intertrochanteric crust. Intertrochanteric crust in the posteriorly. But in case of anteriorly, what we call intertrochanteric line. What I'm telling you are getting? No. Yes or no? You tell me. I will explain one more time. The bone is there, you can easily explain, but without bone, right? That's why little bit difficult. I may explain. You see here, the neck is connected to the shaft, right? Understand? See, anteriorly one line is there, and posteriorly one crust is there. That anterior line is called as intertrochanteric line. But in case of posteriorly, what you can see, intertrochanteric crust. Understand? Are you getting clear? That is called as neck. The neck is upper border, lower border, anterior surface and posterior surface. The upper border of the neck you can see here like a horizontal. Like a horizontal. But in case of lower border like a oblique in nature. Like a, here is the horizontal, here like a oblique in nature. Lower border. Understand? The anterior surface of the neck appearances so many bony ridges. So many bony ridges. Understand? That is the transfer of the blood vessels. That is called as your anterior surface. The posterior surface there you can see concave. Understand? The anterior surface of the neck is the intracapsular. Intracapsular. Understand? Intracapsular means what? This neck mainly present in the within the capsule. We call it intracapsular. Intracapsular. This neck is attached to the one ligament that is called as iliofemoral ligament. Iliofemoral ligament. Iliofemoral ligament. Between the ilium to the femur, we call it as iliofemoral ligament. Is the strongest ligament of the body. It is the strongest ligament of the body. It is the strongest ligament of the body. That is called as neck of the femur. Neck of the femur. Are you clear? Now head is over, neck is over. Neck, any doubts? Neck, any doubts? You can ask me. I will explain one more time. The neck is constructed part. It lies between the head to the shaft. Understand? After that it has upper border, lower border, anterior surface and posterior surface. Upper border like a horizontal, lower border oblique. Understand? The anterior surface is apparent. So many bony ridges are present. Attached to the one ligament that is called as iliofemoral ligament. It's attached to one more that is called as intracapsular. This neck of the femur is anterior surface intracapsular. That is called as your neck. Next coming to the trochanters. This is called as greater trochanter and lesser trochanter. These are called as bony elevations or projections. Understand? Large one we called as greater trochanter. Small one we called as lesser trochanter. The lesser trochanter mainly present near to the lower border of the neck. Lower border of the neck, bony position. Understand? Are you clear? What is the attachments of the lesser trochanter? Mainly two muscles. One is called as psoas major. Psoas major and iliacus. Psoas major as well as iliacus mainly attached to the head of the lesser trochanter. Psoas major as well as iliacus mainly attached to the lesser trochanter. Are you clear? Important spotter. They will ask what is the attachments of the lesser trochanter, especially psoas major muscle. Other one is called as iliacus. Both are muscles of the abdomen. These muscles coming from the abdomen finally inserted into the femur. These two muscles mainly formation of the floor of the femoral triangle in front of the thigh. That you will study. In the femoral triangle you have heard about these two muscles, psoas major as well as iliacus. Are you clear? Yes or no? Yes. After that, we can see this is called as your greater trochanter. Bony elevation, greater trochanter Understand? Between the two, in the posterior side we call as intertrochanteric crust. The anterior side we call as intertrochanteric line. Intertrochanteric line. What is the external features of the greater trochanter? The greater trochanter, it contains one border, upper border, and three surfaces: anterior, lateral, and medial. Are you getting? Greater trochanter mainly contains upper border, after the three surfaces: medial surface, lateral surface, and anterior surface. See this picture? This is called as your head. This is called as neck. Neck contains so many bony ridges, I told you. Understand? This is called as lesser trochanter. This is called as greater trochanter. This is called as intertrochanteric crust. That side you can see the intertrochanteric line. Yes or no? I am getting. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now coming to the greater trochanter. The greater trochanter, you can see this, the greater trochanter bone elevation. It has upper border, medial surface, lateral surface. That side you can see the anterior surface. Anterior, medial, lateral, and upper border. They are called as parts of the greater trochanter. Parts of the greater trochanter. Are you clear? Yes or no? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now attachments of the greater trochanter. Upper border. This upper border attached to the one muscle that is called as piriformis. Piriformis, the muscle of the gluteal region. Piriformis. Understand? The anterior surface attached to the gluteus minimus muscle. Gluteus minimus. Understand? The lateral surface, you can see the lateral surface attached to the gluteus medius. Understand? The lateral surface also you can appear one tubercle that is called as quadrate tubercle. Attached to the quadriceps femoris. Attached to the quadrate tubercle. That is called anterior surface as well as lateral surface. Next, coming to the medial surface. This is called as your medial surface. The medial surface also called as intertrochanteric fossa. The medial surface of the greater trochanter also called as intertrochanteric fossa. This is attached to the three muscles. One is called as obturator externus. After that, superior gemelli as well as inferior gemelli. Superior gemelli and inferior gemelli. They are called as all are the muscles of the gluteal region. Understand? That is called as greater trochanter. The greater trochanter, mainly you can see the three surfaces: lateral surface, anterior surface, and medial surface, and upper border. The upper border gives attached to the piriformis muscle. The anterior surface attached to the gluteus minimus muscle. The lateral surface appear like one tubercle that is called as quadrate tubercle, gives attached to the quadratus femoris. Understand? Other than attached to the one more muscle that is called gluteus medius. In case of medial surface, small depression we call as which depression? Intertrochanteric fossa. This gives attached to the three muscles: obturator, externus, superior gemelli, and inferior gemelli. These all are the muscles of the gluteal region. That is called as greater trochanter. Are you clear? Attachments of the greater trochanter? Any doubts? Any doubts? Any doubts about greater trochanter? Any doubts? No response? Are you following what I'm talking?
No doubt, sir.
Yes. Next. Next I told you, this this is called as your upper end. Femur is the longest, it has upper end. Parts mainly head, neck, greater trochanter and lesser trochanter. The anterior you can, this is called as intertrochanteric line. Intertrochanteric line. The posterior what you can see, intertrochanteric crust. The upper end mainly present head, neck, greater trochanter as well as lesser trochanter. Understand? After that you can see anteriorly you can see the intertrochanteric line. The posteriorly you can see the intertrochanteric crust. Understand? Directly these are called as parts of the upper end. The parts of the upper end mainly contains head, neck, greater trochanter, lesser trochanter, intertrochanteric line and intertrochanteric crust. These are called as parts of the upper end. Head is articulates with the acetabulum of the hip bone to form the hip joint. It contains, I told you, fit, that is called as fovea. Fovea capitis. It gives attachment to the ligament of the head of the femur, also called as ligamentum teres femoris. I told you starting previously. Understand? Neck is constructed for, understand, 1.5 centimeter and understand 1.5 inches long, 5 centimeter, average 5 centimeter. It connection between the head to the shaft. Are you clear? Are you clear about this one? See, this is called as your lesser trochanter, greater trochanter, intertrochanteric line. This is the neck. See here, attachments of the greater trochanter you can see. It is called obturator, internus, and gemella here. Upper border piriformis, obturator, externus, and supergemella. Here you can see one tubercle that is called as quadrate tubercle. Quadrate tubercle gives attachment to the which muscle? Quadratus femoris. This is called as your lesser trochanter. Lesser trochanter. Understand? The lesser trochanter mainly gives to the association of the two muscles. One is called as iliacus as well as psoas major. Iliacus as well as psoas major. That is called as attachments of the lesser trochanter. There you can see here, this is called as fovea. Fit for the ligament of the head of the femur, also called as ligamentum teres femoris. This is called as fovea, head. That is called as head of the femur as well as neck of the femur. Clear all of you? See, I told you, the anterior surface of the neck, you can so many bony ridges are present here. That is called head, neck as well as greater trochanter and lesser trochanter. See here, I told you this is the largest as well as strongest bone of the body. You see here, upper part, see, head, femur, articulates with the acetabular cavity to form the hip joint. Greater trochanter, lesser trochanter. This is called as neck. They are called as parts of the upper end. The parts of the upper end. Are you clear? Are you clear this much? That is called as upper end of the femur. Understand? See here, neck is considered part about 3.7 centimeter long. It makes angle with the shaft as well as, understand, 130 degrees in case of adult people, less in case of females. Less, normally 120 to 130, but less in case of females, that angle. That is called as neck shaft angle. Understand? Repeated movements of the hip joint. It is strengthened by the, understand? It is the strengthening by the collar femoral. That means bone is thickening of the along with the cavity. That is called as your femur, upper end of the femur. See, this is called upper end. Upper end. You can see here, head, greater trochanter, lesser trochanter, and neck. Head, greater trochanter, lesser trochanter, and neck. They are called as parts of the upper end. Parts of the upper end. You can see this is the anterior part. See here. Clear? Yes. Next, coming to the second part, shaft of the femur. Shaft of the femur. Shaft of the femur, you can see here. Shaft of the femur, it lies between the upper end and lower end. It lies between the upper end as well as lower end. Understand? In this here, upper 1/3 and lower 1/3, the shaft is upper 1/3 and lower 1/3. The shaft is ill-defined. The middle 1/3 of the shaft is rounded. The middle 1/3 of the shaft is rounded. The lower part of the shaft is expanded up like a triangular. Upper one third of the shaft is means irregular. Only medial one third you can see the rounded. The shaft contain convexity mainly present in the anterior aspect. The convexity mainly present in the anterior aspect. Anterior aspect. Understand? Next one. You see, this is called as your anterior view. The upper part is one third is the defined. Lower part is triangular. The middle one third is the rounded. Middle one third is the rounded. The posterior you can see here. Middle one third, upper one third, lower one third. Lower one third is the triangular. This form the fossa, that is called as posterior surface is called as popliteal fossa. This is called as popliteal fossa. It's formation of the floor of the popliteal fossa. Floor of the popliteal fossa. After that, what is the external features of the shaft of the femur? What are the external features of the shaft of the femur? It contains 3 surfaces and 3 borders. It contains 3 surfaces and 3 borders. It contains 3 surfaces and 3 borders. The 3 surfaces are, understand, the medial surface, see anterior surface, medial surface, this is called anterior surface, medial surface and lateral surface. The borders are medial border, lateral border and posterior border. Medial border, lateral border and posterior border. Surfaces are anterior, lateral and medial. Anterior, lateral and medial. The borders are means posterior, lateral and medial. Posterior, lateral and medial. These are called as surfaces and borders of the shaft of the femur. Surfaces as well as borders of the shaft of the femur. Are you clear? The posterior border to form like a more prominent, that is called as linea aspera. The posterior border is more prominent, we call it as linea aspera. Linea aspera, that present in the posterior border. So this is called as linea aspera in case of posterior border. The posterior border we call as linea aspera. See here, shaft of the femur. The anteriorly smooth and rounded. The posteriorly has ridge. We call it as linea aspera. The anteriorly smooth and rounded. The posteriorly has ridge. We call it as linea aspera. The posteriorly below the gator trochanter, understand, contains gluteal tuberosity. Below the gator trochanter, there you can see the gluteal tuberosity. This is called gluteal tuberosity. This gives attachment to the gluteus maximus muscle. Gives attachment to the gluteus maximus muscle. The medial organ, understand? The lower part of the femur to form a triangular area, that is called as popliteal fossa. We call it as popliteal surface. It forms the lower end of the shaft. This is called as popliteal surface. Lower part. It is called as shaft of the femur. See here. Medial border, lateral border, this is called as posterior border. The posterior border is called as linea aspera, more prominent, linea aspera. Are you clear? Are you clear about this shaft? Its shaft has 3 surfaces and 3 borders. 3 surfaces and 3 borders. Next one, anterior surface and lateral surface attached to the vastus medialis muscle. Vastus medialis muscle and vastus intermedius muscle. The lateral lip of the linea aspera gives attachment to the vastus lateralis. Vastus lateralis. The medial lip as well as linea aspera contains spiral attached to the vastus medialis muscle. The gluteal tuberosity attached to the gluteus maximus muscle. Medial supracondylar line gives attached to the adductor magnus. Lateral supracondylar line gives attached to the plantaris muscle. The posterior surface gives attached to the pectineus muscle as well as adductor brevis muscle. This one, pectineus muscle as well as adductor brevis muscle. This is called as attachments of the shaft of the femur. Attachments of the shaft of the femur. Attachments of the shaft of the femur. Are you clear? That is called as upper end as well as shaft of the femur. Are you clear? Any doubts?
Okay.
Yes. That is about femur, upper end as well as shaft. Lower end we will study tomorrow. Lower end we will study the tomorrow class. Today we will study the upper end and shaft of the femur. Are you clear? Any doubts you can ask me, especially upper end as well as shaft.
Once can you say surfaces of necks?
Yes. The surfaces you can see here. See here. This is called as your femur anterior surface, anterior aspect. You can see this is called as medial side. This is called as lateral side. This is called as your medial border. This is called as your lateral border. Medial border and lateral border. The posterior side you can see this is called as posterior border. The posterior border more prominent, that is called as linea aspera. Linea aspera. Our surfaces are you getting linea aspera? Linea aspera. The posterior border also called as linea aspera. Understand? Surfaces are anterior surface, understand? And means medial surface and this is called as lateral surface. Anterior, medial and lateral. Borders are medial, lateral and posterior. Those are called as surfaces as well as borders of the shaft of the femur.
What's the neck, sir?
Neck, you can see the neck, right? Neck. It has here two borders, upper border, lower border. Anterior surface and posterior surface. The upper border like a horizontal, the lower border like a oblique. Upper border, lower border, anterior surface and posterior surface. That is called as external features of the neck of the femur. Any doubts?
Sir, lateral surface of the shaft of the femur.
See, it's the lateral border, right? Understand? That side you can posterior border, right? This is the posterior border. This side you can see between the lateral border as well as posterior border. This surface is called as lateral surface.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Understand? Yes. This is called as medial surface. Between the posterior border as well as medial border, this is called as medial surface. A back side between the lateral border as well as anterior medial border, that surface is called as anterior surface. This is the anterior surface. This is called as means medial surface. This is called as lateral surface. Medial border, lateral border, and posterior border. Any doubts? Lower border, lower end of the femur. Explain tomorrow class. Overall. Any doubts? Any doubts you can ask me? Yes. Roll number 10. Roll number 10 is present. Roll number 10.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You tell me what is the femur? What is the length of the femur?
45 centimeters.
45 centimeter. The femur is the what type of bone? What type of?
Strongest.
Longest as well as strongest bone of the body.
Bone of the body.
According to shape, what type of bone? According to shape of the bone, what type of bone? Classification of bones, you remember? General anatomy. Femur is the what type of bone? Now, what type of bone? Femur. According to classification.
Long bone.
Yes, long bone.
Long bone.
Very good. Roll number 27. Roll number 27. Absent. Roll number 50.
Sir, present, sir.
Roll number 50, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What are the parts of the femur?
Same. Upper end, shaft, lower end, sir.
What are the parts of the upper end?
Head, neck.
Yes, head, neck.
Trochanter, greater trochanter, etc.
Greater trochanter, lesser trochanter. 2 lines, 1 line, 1 crust is there. Intertrochanteric line.
Intertrochanteric crust and intertrochanteric lines.
Okay, very good. Roll number 100. Roll number 100.
Tracing.
Yes. You tell me the attachments of the head of the femur. Attachments of the head of the femur.
Middle of the head, it has a depression called as fovea capitalis.
Okay, very good. Yes.
Ligamentous teres femoris, it's attached.
Ligamentum teres femoris attached to the feet. Other than that, any attachments?
Articulates with acetabulum to form hip joints.
Hip joint, what type of joint?
Ball and socket joints.
Very good.
Synovial metal.
That is called head of the femur. Next, roll number 115. Roll number 115. 115.
Present, sir.
Yes, you explain the neck of the femur. Neck of the femur. Neck of the femur.
2 borders, 2 surfaces, sir.
First we tell what is the definition of neck. It lies between the head as well as shaft of the femur. That is the main definition. After that, what is the length of the neck? 1.5 inch in the case of length. After that, it contains what are the borders and surfaces?
2 borders, 2 surfaces.
Name the borders.
Upper border, lower border.
Okay, next. Surfaces.
Anterior surface, posterior surface.
Yes, how to identify the upper border, how to identify the lower border? What is the difference?
Upper border, horizontal and concave.
Okay, lower border
Straight, oblique.
and very good. Among those, which surface of the neck is intracapsular? Posterior surface or anterior surface?
Intracapsular.
Intracapsular.
Posterior surface, sir.
I think so.
It's a,
Posterior surface.
it's a
Check 1 second. What is the neck shaft angle
125 degrees.
in case of
Female.
male? Females.
Male, sir.
Yes, this angle is more in the males or females?
Male, sir.
Very good. It is called as neck of the femur. Roll number 140. Roll number 140.
Yes, sir.
You tell me the attachments of the lesser trochanter.
Attachment of lesson. It is attached to the Swartz major. And
What is that name? Name?
Swartz major. Swartz major.
Psoas major. One more.
And iliacus.
Iliacus, right? Both are muscles of the lower limb or abdomen muscles.
Those are muscles of the abdomen form the floor of the iliac triangle.
Floor of the femoral triangle, not iliac triangle, right?
Femoral triangle. Yes.
It inserted into the lower limb bone. That is called as lesser trochanter. Roll number 115. Roll number 115.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
You explain the greater trochanter.
Large quadrangular, sir.
Large quadrangular bony elevation. Large quadrangular bony elevation. What are the external features of the greater trochanter?
Upper border apex, sir.
Upper border also called as apex. After that,
3 surfaces.
name the 3 surfaces.
Anterior, medial, lateral.
Yes, anterior, medial and lateral. What is the attachments of the upper border or apex?
Upper border.
Upper border, yes.
Gluteus maximus. Minimum.
Upper border, apex.
Piriformis.
Piriformis. Next one. Lateral surface.
Lateral surface.
Gluteus.
Gluteus minimum.
Medius. Gluteus medius. There you can see one tubercle. What is the tubercle name? Quadrate tubercle. Quadrate tubercle. Yes. What is the attachments of quadrate tubercle?
Quadratus femoris.
Yes. Quadratus femoris. Quadratus femoris. What about anterior surface?
Anterior surface.
Attachments. One muscle. Gluteus minimus. Remember, gluteus minimus is the anterior surface. Gluteus medius is the lateral surface. The posterior surface of shaft attached to gluteus maximus. 3 muscles are there. What about medial surface, also called as what? One depression. What do you call the depression name?
Trochanteric
As in
fossa.
trochanteric fossa. What is the attachments of trochanteric fossa? Attachments of trochanteric fossa. 3 yes. Obturator.
Obturator externum.
Obturator externus. Obturator externus muscle. Other than that, two gamellae, superior gamellae as well as inferior gamellae. 2 muscles. That is called as muscles of the gluteal region. Muscles of the gluteal region. Clear? That is called as parts of the upper end. Parts of the upper end. Are you clear? Any doubts up to the upper end as well as shaft? Tomorrow we are going to explain about lower end. Are you clear? Any doubts you can ask me. Any doubts you can ask me.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
shaft attachments, sir.
Shaft attachments tomorrow I will explain again.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, now you remember what are the shaft of the means surfaces and borders. And tomorrow you are explaining about lower end, including the attachments of the shaft.
Okay.
Thank you. All of you stay home safely. Understand? Study properly. Thank you. Stay safe.
Thank you, sir.